we'll see the winners of 3 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Alabama's offense will have first crack at this one. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Bernard. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
This is is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Takes the handoff. It's Moss. Got it up for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. Spins away from the defense. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Dropping back, it's Reed. Grab near the marker, it's Moss. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it in the middle, it's Craver. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Lost to throw again. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Miller with the ball. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
The sure hands, it's Craver. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass, it's Reed. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's caught downfield. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Running behind that left side. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That brings him to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The give is to Miller. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Makes the grab, it's Williams. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 3rd down play from the gun. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Makes the grab on 3rd. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll go with a direct snap. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Rutgers. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Slip. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Hunt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. With the catch, it's Miller. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Miller. Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going up top again. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up the field. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Concepcion. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Moss. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The inside handoff. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass, it's Reed. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll leave it with him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pulls it in. It's Miller. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. They'll try the run. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Another stiff arm. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. Quick spin on the line. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Tosses it incomplete. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Leaves it with the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw at Simpson. Finds his man down the middle. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To the air on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Miller. Steamrolls his way ahead. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He'll work his way down to the 28. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's working. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Off the boot, looking for his man. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Moss. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Oh, he dropped it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Craver. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They just keep firing.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt. Fires to the big fella. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Spins away from the defender. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback just flat, missed him, incomplete. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Reed. This time on target. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I like the decision to go for it, and I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. On the move. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs. And if I get a few 1st downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Under fire. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Aggies will hustle to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the two here to make it a one-possession game. This is a design run. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the one. He just couldn't get it in. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes that Alabama offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's the reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.